Hey Lorelai, you ready?
Yeah.
Why do you have a picture of a goat?
Because you said on the phone that we were going to learn about goats today.
I said notes.
Oh, that makes way more sense. I get. You get it? Baby goat? Kid? Yeah.
In this next lot of videos, we're going to learn another song, but this time we're going to learn the melody in sheet music.
Sheet music!
I know, I said sheet music, not sheep music. So focus, get your game face on, and get ready to do some learning. Alright, so the first thing that you need to know when learning sheet music is the clefs. There are two main clefs, the low one and the high one. These are called the bass and treble clefs. This is what the treble clef looks like, and it signifies that this is the higher notes, and this is the bass clef, which signifies the lower notes. And this right here is what joins them, which is C. But that actually doesn't exist anymore because this was too complicated to understand. So what they did is they basically got rid of this line. And this right here. So now these are two separate things. And we, playing ukuleles, won't even need to know about the bass clef. We mostly just need to understand the treble clef in order to play these songs.
Okay, so although there are only 7 letters to represent the notes, there are 8 notes in a scale. For instance, the C scale has C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then the 8th note is the C again. Hi, Skipper.
Alright, so on the C scale, the first note we have is a C. And it is that C that separates the treble clef and the bass clef. It is only represented by a single, thin, short line, which shows that it is its own line, but it no longer actually represents the full line that separates the two, so that we can actually see the separation between the treble clef and the bass clef. That's all that is. And that is right here, where my thumb is. And you won't actually need to learn it on the piano, but I'm going to show it so that you have a better visual. So that is that first C. And then in that space, right between that line and the next line, is the D. And then the E is right above that. And then the F. And then a G. And then an A. Then a B. And then a second C, which is an entire octave higher. Now we're going to have that same visual on the ukulele. So, our C is our our second string, right here. That is our first C that we'll be playing. And then the D is the second fret with our middle finger. And then the next one is the E, which is the next string. And then our F, which is our first finger and the first fret. And then the next one is the third fret of the E string, which is our G. We'll do that with our third finger right here. And then the next string is our next note, which is A. And then our second finger is going to go in the second fret to make a B. And then our final C will be played with our middle finger right here on the third fret of our last string. And then you can play that slowly, and it'll go. Alright, now you need to start practicing your C scale over and over and say the notes while you play it, like this. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And once you start feeling confident enough, you could even just start playing it backwards. Like this. C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. And it'll be super helpful if you can play it backwards, because then you can play the whole thing and you know all the notes in the C scale.
Yay!
What is this, the Animal Planet?
Is it not?